Welcome to the Metal Voice. The Metal Voice. The Metal Voice. The Metal Voice.
Hats off to Dexter Ward and our fantastic new intro song. We're getting nothing but positive feedback.
The Metal Rights.
A great band. Check them out.
The Metal Rights. So much great feedback. I'm telling you, Alan. Dexter Ward, they really it just works. It just works with our show.
I kind of like your little cheeky. But I mean, Dexter Ward takes it to a whole other level.
Yes. So makes us look more professional.
Big time. We're big time. Going global.
That's right.
So now we got two brand new releases from some classic fellows, classic bands.
Kiss Monster Kiss.
And Dokken Broken Bones.
That's right. So, where do we begin? Let's just talk about Kiss a little bit.
Okay, go ahead.
Your favorite albums over the years over Kiss?
This is a Kiss fanatic right here.
I wouldn't say a Kiss fanatic, just a fan, a big fan, because I grew up on Kiss. When I went trick-or-treating, Alan, I wasn't wearing no...
I threw up on Kiss.
I wasn't wearing those standard, stupid costumes. I was Gene Simmons. I was like tongue out. I was blood was coming all over me. That's how I went trick-or-treating.
I have to admit, my friends and I also for 2 consecutive Halloweens went out as Kiss, and I was Gene Simmons for some reason.
Gene Simmons.
I got last pick, I think.
That's right. The Devil Horns.
That's right.
Okay, Kiss. Favorite Kiss album, quickly.
Quickly, off the top of my head, again, Jim, not the biggest Kiss fan. I like the guys that wore jeans and t-shirts. Those are kind of my bands. Big theatrics, makeup and that, I never too into. But if I had to pick one, I mean, obviously you got the classic lineup. You got the Love Gun, Rock and Roll Over, and Destroyer.
Destroyer, there you go. That's the monumental Kiss album.
Revenge, I thought was a good album. I
the 90s.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah. To me, it was Creatures of the Night.
Creature Night, you like that? 80s?
One thing I really loved about that album, it was Kiss hard rock. I mean, they were just going for they're going for broke at that time.
And the follow-up album with no makeup?
The follow-up album with no makeup was, of course, Lick It Up.
No, you Lick It Up.
You're setting me up on that. Not bad. The album was not too bad at all. And then, of course, you had Crazy Nights, more of the hair metal types.
Hot in the Shade.
Hot in the Shade. But the first 4, I would say, up to Alive. So you had Kiss, Hotter Than Hell, Dressed to Kill, and Alive. That was the classic when the band was actually recording and writing as a band. So we move into their new album.
Okay, new album, Monster.
Well, what'd you think of Sonic Boom, first of all?
Okay.
No,
it's okay.
And you know what? I was listening to Monster the other day, and the first thing that came into my head was, I'm not 8 years old anymore. It's the lyrics. The lyrics was what killed me. I mean, Hell or Hallelujah. I mean, you just did.
That's a good
I don't know. I mean.
So if you were Kiss.
Yes, if I was Kiss.
Or you're a Kiss fan, what demographic should they be launching to?
I think they're.
Do you think they are picking up younger fans?
I don't think kids of today who are 10 or 11 or 12 years old really care about Hell or Hallelujah as a song title.
Kiss Army does. Kiss Army's out there. They want to listen to it. If you're gearing to guys that are 12 and 15, like you said, I don't know if that's their demographic anymore.
Let's get into this album, okay? I found this album, the songs were really well written. Okay. Some great singing, great vocals.
They think it's one of the best albums they've ever released.
They're great songs, and I don't want people to get the wrong idea here. I think it's like the last album. It's just part 2, Sonic Boom Part 2. The songs are well written, very well produced. From start to the end of the album, it's a very consistent album, right? Paul sings great, Gene sings great as well, Tommy Thayer sings well. There's nothing wrong with the songs. I just find that the lyrics bring down the rating. They're just too cornball. They're too cheesy. I mean, it's like, exactly like Hell or Hallelujah.
They've never been rushed lyrics,
maybe it's because we're getting older and we just can't identify to these, hey, I want to rock and roll all night, and I want to, I don't want to listen to my mother. I mean, these guys are 60 years old. It just, you can't connect to your audience. And I think a band needs to connect to its audience, whatever age they're at. And I think they don't know who they're actually gearing these songs towards. If English wasn't my first language, and I couldn't really understand the lyrics, then it would work well. But English is my first language, so therefore, I just can't relate. And I like to relate to the music, and that's what the lyrics do. They connect you to the band. What do you think, Alan?
Well, Jim, I think you said it all.
Like Sonic Boom. I mean, you've heard the album, right?
Yeah, once or twice. I can't say I put a lot of time into it. But
why didn't you put time into it? Why didn't you put time into it?
Oh, because I was curious.
Okay. No, I'm just curious. And I mean, why haven't you listened to it afterwards?
I got the better stuff to listen to.
all right.
I mean, again, I'm this is Monster Kiss review here.
Yes.
Because he's the Kiss specialist.
I'm a Kiss specialist.
Never a huge fan. I've known they've been out. I saw them in the Paul Lynde Halloween special. That was back in, what, 74 or something.
That's
the first time I watched him. I've followed him since, but never been, I can't really compare.
There's a song called Out of Space of some sort. And it's a tribute to Ace. And just all that, the only thing that kept going through my head was, why don't you just have Ace back in the band? That's what I miss about Ace.
They won't be going there anytime.
He's quirky. He's got a cool little unique voice. And I love his guitar solos if he's actually playing them. But still, it sounds very copycat-ish when Tommy Thayer starts playing his riffs and starts kind of singing, and they're trying to make it quirky, it just doesn't work. It doesn't work for me. I would give it a 7.5 out of 10. It's because I miss the old Kiss.
There you go.
All right. Let's talk about
Dokken Broken Bones.
Broken Bones.
Okay, as you know, we did a hair metal episode recently, and I think Jim beat me to the punch. I was going to say our favorite hair metal band, Dokken and Dokken. Eh? Yeah. There's no doubt about it.
Definitely.
There's a band that's been around for a while. Historic albums right there in the day. Tooth and Nail.
Yeah.
And Under Lock and Key.
Yes.
Back for the Attack.
Back for the Attack.
Variations of the band ever since. But basically, this is like a Don Dokken solo album. Let's face facts. It's under the Dokken moniker.
Yeah.
But he's the only one left in the band.
Yep.
Mick Brown plays on drums on this one.
Yes, he does.
Okay, so there's two. But Mick Brown's also in Tooth and Nail.
Tooth and Nail.
George Lynch, Jeff Pilson, Mick Brown.
That's right.
No Dokken.
No Dokken.
They don't want any Dokken.
They should have called it Mine is Dokken.
They came up. Their first band was called We Don't Need a Lead Singer with an Ego Problem.
Yeah. First thing that
something polite like that. But
I know you weren't too crazy about this album, right?
No, this album I like.
Okay.
It's okay.
All right.
If you're going to compare it as a Don Dokken solo album, I got Up From the Ashes, which is an okay song. It's okay. Looking back, it's okay. And then I got the last release, which was Lightning Strikes Twice. Now that one I found a much stronger album.
Okay. Really
went back to the Dokken sound, higher consistent level. Up From the Ashes, some songs you just meandered, and that's what I found. This album starts off extremely strong, especially the first couple of songs. They're hard rockers, really good guitar work and everything. And then some of the later songs, you're like, I don't want to use the word filler, but it just, okay, where's this song going?
No, I disastree with you totally.
Okay.
And here's the metal debate right here. Do we like? I think for once, after so many years, Dokken has actually come back in a sense. The guitar, you hear that sweeping George Lynch tone. Believe it or not, it sounds like George Lynch on this album. The guitar work is I'm ecstatic.
Yeah, no, it's great.
And the songs are well written and they're very hooky and melodic. I really like. You put this album on, you don't expect, the Dokken of old. This is what, 30 years later?
Yeah.
And the songs are what counts at the end of the day, and I really enjoyed these songs. Don Dokken's lost an octave.
Yeah, but everybody's lost an octave, so
he's lost an octave.
I think his singing's great on it.
I think his singing's great.
I have no problem with the singing.
I think people have a problem with his singing, not you and I, but everybody out there. I don't know. I would put it at like an 8.5 out of 10.
I'd put 7.5.
It's really hard on Dokken.
I like Dokken. I thought Lightning Strikes again was a little bit of a stronger album. I gotta give it more listens. Maybe you've listened to it a lot more than I have, which I'm sure you have.
Yeah.
But from what I heard, it starts off very strong. Some of the other songs, they're all good. All the songs are good.
Yeah.
Just some of them, I found myself after a while just saying, okay, not sure where this is going. Time to end this song. And it kind of went on a little too long. Again, a strong album. If you like Dokken, you're gonna like the album. And I think he's touring, so it's a great chance to get out and see him. I'm sure it still puts on a great show. I was fortunate enough to see Dokken open for Whitesnake and Scorpions a couple of years ago.
Back in the hair metal days.
No, just
back in the old age, the golden age, the golden age tour.
About 10 years ago.
Age.
About 10 years ago, and they put on a great show.
Yeah.
And the band's tight and everything. So I think you said the production.
Yeah.
Just for me, I think it's not as strong as some of the other albums.
Okay.
That's all I'm saying.
For me, I think it's a wonderful. I wouldn't even call it a comeback. A wonderful evolution for Dokken.
Yeah, I wouldn't say it's a comeback album.
Yeah,
he's always recording.
He's always consistent and very melodic and very. For me, go buy Dokken Broken Bones. And if you are a huge Kiss fanatic, then you're gonna love this album, the new album Monster. If you're somebody like me who's very classic Kiss oriented, not so much, but check it out. Still worth checking out.
2 reviews, 2 brand new releases. Go out and buy the albums and support these artists.
And don't be a cheapskate.
Because Gene needs some more money.
Yes.